Once reliant on fossil fuels, Great Britain now has one of the fastest decarbonising grids in the G7, with ambitions to go further and faster. On October the 1st, 2024, the privately owned electricity system operator became the National Energy System Operator, or NESO, an independent public corporation owned by the government. It's bringing together the planning of the country's electricity and gas networks for the first time. NESO is taking a whole system approach to energy, focusing on delivering clean, reliable and affordable power.
This is one of the most important rooms in the country, the control room for all our electricity needs, balancing supply and demand in real time, keeping the lights on.
And today is an historic day for everyone here because today the last coal-fired power station closes.
Over a few hours, we watched as the percentage of coal generated in the UK slowly dropped until eventually it hit 0%.
It's such a momentous day. GB is one of the fastest decarbonising economies in the G7, and that has largely been due to the speed at which we have decarbonised our electricity generation.
The National Energy System Operator, NESO, has been established to make energy clean, secure and affordable for all.
At the heart of being NESO, it's National Energy System Operator, and it's how we bring the whole energy picture together. So both gas and electricity, and then into emerging fuels like hydrogen and carbon capture as well. So it's how all of those things come together to make the overall energy picture for GB as we transition towards a net zero future.
NESO's ambition is to be able to run the electricity grid with all zero carbon sources for short periods by 2025. And the government has set out its mission to achieve clean power by the end of the decade. NESO is publicly owned and independent, providing insights to government, Ofgem and industry.
We're currently working on a plan that the government has commissioned to look at how you could reach clean power by 2030. Which is possible, but it is a Herculean effort across the industry, government, and lots of different sectors of the country. So, real, mission for people to pull together.
But a remote town in Scotland has very different energy needs to a big city, so 11 regional hubs are being set up.
Rather than just looking, top down at the big offshore wind farms that are connecting around the coast or the big hydrogen storage, also looking at a local level and understanding how communities and towns and cities create their local plans to move towards a clean, sustainable future.
Of course, the average person doesn't see all of this planning. They just see their energy bill. And in recent years, it's been on the rise.
Energy is expensive, but it's also vital to everything that we need. And it is important that as we make these investments in our energy system of the future, we do that fairly in a way that means that we have a just transition to a net zero future.
To achieve net zero, everyone has to be on board, especially industry. NESO will use AI and data sharing to help businesses become cleaner.
We can look at the systems that connect to the energy system, so the ports, the airports, glass manufacturers, understand what the requirements are and then pull those threads and see how it all knits together and come together with one plan to help everyone move forward.
Tackling climate change is one of the biggest challenges there is. For new graduates joining NESO, being in an industry that can have a real impact on carbon emissions makes the job more fulfilling.
So for me, working for NESO, I'm hugely thrilled to see what the future holds. I think I walk into the office every day proud that I am working towards a cause that sits right with my heart.
So you keep learning every day as part of this company. Yes, I didn't know as much about sustainability, about the impact of climate change before I came here. And it's one of the things that we talk about, you hear about every day as part of the business.
I remember the first day that we ran with no coal on the system, which wasn't that long ago, about 6 or 7 years. And that really showed for me the power of, no pun intended, but the power of taking action and pushing things forward, and how that can set a chain of events in motion.
Being part of that transition, being part of enabling that clean energy future in a way that's sustainable, fair and affordable is really, really exciting.